Welcome to this week's video, people. I'm going to be doing yeast donuts. I wanted to get this video out by 1st January, but of course, you know, village and stuff like that. So I'm finally going to get it done with. I have a friend who actually bought the ingredients months ago because I promised in one of my vlogs and then I never fulfilled, but I'm here to do it now. So yeah, I'm going to just take you step by step. Before we begin, I'm just going to let you know there's a website I use called Chowhound. So you just Google yeast donuts Chowhound. It's going to show you the exact amount of stuff that you should be putting in, because right now I'm just going to show you the process, but you'll need to know exact measurements. Maybe where I can let you know, I will. So yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so people, the most important ingredient is the yeast, so we're going to start with that. And how I do it is I just mix yeast, which is this, with this water. Like I used the glass that you could see the amount that I was using. So you just put enough for the yeast to actually dissolve. So when you look at Chowhound, they're going to say 2 1/4, I think, teaspoons. So I just added slightly more because I'm making a slightly bigger batch. So it has to rest for about 5 minutes. That's why I wanted us to start with it first. Yeah, if you're doing it for commercial purposes, you just want to be as cost effective as possible. So you can see I used half margarine and butter, yeah. So I'm just going to pour everything the way you see everything here. This is salt, sugar, eggs, milk. I put the flavoring vanilla in here. If you do not have vanilla, or if you don't have flavoring or whatever, just use zest, orange zest. I have an orange here, but I'm not going to be using it. I just feel whatever. Okay, so I've put in the sugar. I'm going to put in the salt. The salt is about, I think it's like a teaspoon. And because I'm using salted butter, I don't put a lot of salt personally, because the butter is already salted. If you're using unsalted, then you can go with the salt according to the recipe. So yeah, let me put in the milk first. So that's the milk. And then as I start it, I'm going to tell you a bit about the eggs. So if you look at the recipe, they're going to say egg yolks. But what I do instead is, for example, a recipe says 3 egg yolks. What I do is I count the egg yolk and the egg white as 2 different egg yolks. I don't know if you've gotten me. So if they say, for example, 4 egg yolks, I'll use 2 eggs instead. So I just mix these things up. It's way better if you melt the margarine or the butter first, which is what I normally do. But today I wanted you guys to see everything solid, so I didn't melt them. You can also add food color. You can make it yellow or whatever color you want. The donuts, if you're doing for children, they will love it. So I'm now going to put in flour. It is always way better to sieve the flour first. But I am in a rush. I am really time bad. I like using a fork first before I actually put my hands in, because it just saves me so much time. So I just like to stir it with a fork. If you have a mixer that's really strong, use that instead. But our mixer, it doesn't withstand tough times. It just knows how to get tired. So I rather use my hands. If you use all other ingredients wisely or in their right proportions, the flour will somehow be sufficient. But yeah, but measure it if you can. Guys, the devil is a liar. Can you imagine I'd forgotten the yeast? The most important thing in the whole is simply putting oil on the top of the So what I do after covering the dough, first of all, never cover the dough in an airtight container. If you can just cover it with something light, or just don't cover it at all, or just a cover, but don't make it airtight because it will smell. If the sun is out and you can cover it like this, put it outside. That will take like 30 minutes. If it is night time, leave it in the fridge overnight. But if you leave it in the sun for more than an hour, honestly, it's going to turn out really badly. It's going to ferment. So what I do, like right now it's raining, I'm going to just put it in the oven, because nothing enters and nothing gets in the oven. Like when you close it, all is okay. I'm going to leave it there for 1 hour. The oven is off, as you can see. So yeah, let's wait for like an hour, 30 minutes, and that's it. Okay, so now this is the dough. We are going to start rolling. So you're just going to make it as thin as you want it to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cup. It's what I'm going to use to it's what I actually use to, because I don't have a donut cutter. So yeah, I'm going to use this and this. Then you just remold this, re-roll it, and then yeah, you make more donuts. When it delays to rise, the oil is not ready. When it rises immediately, the oil is too hot. When it takes probably 2 seconds to rise, then that's a perfect heat. They're supposed to be golden brown, just like they are now. I think I've done all of them, right? Yeah, so let me start removing. I think their size, they are quite small. It's because of the size of the cup that I use. So if you use another cup on a donut shaper, they're going to be quite big. So you're going to leave these donuts to cool for probably 1 minute, or maybe, yeah, a minute is good. And while they're still warm, you're supposed to put on the glaze. So the only thing left is me to dust these. Icing, how lovely they look. With some icing sugar. These are the balls that you are trying to prevent. So I'll also dust some that are not. Now see, I haven't even removed the design. Okay, yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Yeah, what else do I have to say? Have a good day.